Hello, welcome back. Looking a bit more professional. I am here today at where I work, which is Scoobybits in Cornwall. That's what I do 3 days a week. Just work on Subarus. I will leave a link in the description box below with the Facebook page for Scoobybits, and you can go check out and see what we do. A bit of everything. If you want me to do a tour of the place, leave a comment below, and I can get my boss Jason, who has let me use his booth, so thank you very much, Jason. Yeah, so I'm that Subaru specialist. You'd think there'd be something special behind these doors, wouldn't you? Wow, let me show you. Yes, we've got another SD. Would you believe it? So, the guy that owns this, he's driven all the way from Suffolk, 6 hours from here, just to have one of my paint jobs, and I'm privileged, absolutely privileged. For someone to come that far, you've seen what I've done, and that door won't stay open, I'm doing it in, hang on. There we go. Right. Yeah, so he's driven all the way from Suffolk, 6 hours away, just to come down, have the paint job done, come back down again next week to pick it up, and yeah, means a lot. So, also thank you to all the people who are watching me on YouTube, subscribing, liking, all the Facebook stuff. It is starting to pick up a little bit now. Utterly grateful to everyone who watches. So, I'm not going to bore you this time. I'm not going to show you the masking up, the sanding, all that crap, because it is utterly boring. Like, almost worth falling asleep for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back once it's stripped, masked. At this rate, I'm going to have EasyJet phoning me asking me to paint their plane soon because I do so much orange. So let's get to it. Right, so I thought I'd just do a quick video just to show you on how I fit bonnet vents. This isn't necessarily the right way, it's just the way I like to do it. You tellies, I have deliberately made an error here just to prove how effective this method of fitting them is. So originally, we had these vents in, but I never trust on the original holes to make sure that, I never trust that they're level. Always like to measure, double check, because if they are wrong, you're going to cut holes, mirror holes, which are wrong. So the first thing I like to do is I need to find a centre point of the bonnet all the way down. You can do this in a couple of different ways. What I like to do is just use something, body lines, washer jets. You know, you measure in between, bang, you know, because you know they're going to be straight. There's one of these body lines, so like from there to there, in the middle. There's a little hole there, which threw me off, because I originally thought that was a centre line, but as you can see, it's not. So, once you find your centre line, like that, what I then like to do is I get a steel ruler, like this, and every 2 inches, make a mark all the way up. Same along here, 2 inches, all the way along, and up the body line. Obviously, double check the sort of height of the masking tape both sides to make sure that you are measuring 2 inches up, it's exactly the same both sides. So once you've got that, and then across the top, do the same, 2 inches all the way along. And then you can sort of make a grid, as you can see. So what I've done then is I used a bit of conduit. You can see I just drew a line where the vents are going to be, same with the up and down, all the way along, and then you're going to be pretty bang on. So once you've done that, obviously these are the vents you've got going in, Cosworth ones. You can line that, and then you've got yourself a grid to work from. So if you've got your steel ruler, you can like measure there to there, there to there, etc. And obviously he wants these pretty straight, like they are on the Escort Cosworth. So you put them in there like that. wiggle them around and you can see where they need to be. So on this one, I deliberately moved it over and drew the line wrong, just to prove to you how effective this is. You can see there, on this outer line, see how much of a gap there is there, compared to there is there. So if you was just measuring this from body line on and not using the grid, you can easily get it wrong. I mean, I could fit them like that and you probably wouldn't even notice, because you're talking 5 mil, but I like to get it right. So I know this vent needs to come this way. So I'll put it back. This one I know is correct. So put that back on like that. Over the top. And that one like that. So I know this one needs to come that way. Sort of 5 mil. So that should now be pretty bang on. And then once you've got it sat where you need to be, draw around them like I've already done, and then I've measured 1 inch in, dotted it, join the dots, and then you've got your centre bit. So from there, what I like to do is with the masking tape still on it, I'll cut that line out, double check it fits. If it doesn't, trim it, etc. Put it back on, and then once it is fitted, it's in like that, I will then cut that out with a razor blade, so basically taking that shape out of there, leaving this outside grid. Now I'm not going to do this yet because I've still got the whole card to paint, but once you've cut that out, obviously you'll have a bit of bodywork showing through there, then you can bond it in, and then once you've bonded it in, and that one, you can just move them around until they are perfectly exactly the same on the grid. Now it is a bit of faffing around, it's probably taking about half an hour to do all this measuring and stuff, but it's just the way I like to do it, and it works. It's just easy. You've got a perfect grid there, you can see where they need to be, you can make sure they're straight, or if you want them on an angle, they're both going to be on the same angle. It's just easy. So, I hope you like that. I hope that was informal for you. Oh, right. Let's get all the boring bits out of the way anyway. All the masking's done. Sanded the whole thing. There's so much bodywork stuff to do. Lots of filling and sanding, ferring, trying to sort out all the lac peel. There was loads of it. We've got the holes cut in the bonnet for the Cosworth vents. Got he had some eyebrow things on his lights. He wants those body coloured. Front valance, I've painted black already, matched that up. So we are pretty much ready to start the fun part of the paint. So start bringing the yellows, the reds, oranges. Pretty much similar to what we did last time. He liked what we did with that one, so he wants the same or something similar, but this time we're doing the roof. Doesn't want to do mirrors. So yeah, let's get to it. Also got on a base coat of like a matte orange, just as something to start with. I don't like using the original orange it comes with because it's quite bright. I like to start off with all the matte paints in it. When you put all the other paints on it and then lacquer it, it really pops and it's all works together. So, got a selection of paints down there. Let's get to it. go, another one done. Another ST. Sorry I didn't film much towards the end. I was having a few issues. The black marker I used to do all the lines, I was doing this side and the pen decided to leak and it ran black paint all down the side. So I had to sand it all back and do it again. So as you can imagine, I was pretty pissed. So got that done, got it all lacquered, ready to go back to the owner. So next project, what will it be? Well, there's a surprise, but I can guarantee you it's not going to be an ST. I've done enough STs for now. But join me in the next video and you'll see exactly what I'm doing.